watching Live with OCC. Today we have a very special guest and my good friend Ahmad Gharib of the SBA, which a lot of people don't know what SBA is, but he's going to explain to you what it is and what the SBA does for small businesses. And also we have co-host Coach Yolanda with us today. Hey Ahmad, how are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people don't know, number one, what SBA is, right, what they do, and what they offer.
Yeah.
So can you kind of...
Sure. So a little background. So the SBA, the U.S. Small Business Administration, we are a federal agency, and we're funded by the American taxpayers' dollars. So our dollars are appropriated by Congress to fund our programs, and in turn, our programs are offered at no cost. So just kind of give you a perspective of how important the SBA is. When President Obama was the president, he elevated the SBA to be cabinet level. So SBA, since his administration, has been cabinet level for the last 3 presidents. So it just goes to show you how important small businesses are to our economy, it being a cabinet level position. So similar to the Secretary of Education or the Secretary of Defense. So the head of our agency is in that line of succession of the presidency. Just to give you a synopsis of how important our economy is when it comes to small businesses and the things that they provide to stimulate the economy. So we are in the business of helping entrepreneurs start and grow. We are the federal agency for that purpose. So we help small businesses get access to counseling where they may be needing to know how to start a business but don't know how, and maybe don't have a financing to go out and hire a professional to teach them. So we have counseling programs for that. Or a business that may want to grow and take their business to the next level, and again may not have the capital to go out and hire somebody professionally to coach them on how to do that. So we have counseling programs to help people start businesses and then help guide them on how to take the business to the next level. Then we have financing programs, which is our loan programs that help businesses obviously get access to capital to strengthen their business, to either purchase equipment, purchase real estate, buy a facility, renovating the building, renovating the business, or just using it as operating capital. Or if they want to expand their business and export overseas, we have loan programs for that purposes. And then our contracting programs are important when a business has a product or a service that they want to sell to the government. So just like construction or janitorial or lawn services, where they want to get that federal contract. So we have certifications to help make that easier for them. And then lastly, we have our disaster assistance programs. And that was really important during the time of COVID. So a lot of people really didn't know about SBA before then. A lot of I guess rumors were that we were the best kept secret in government, but with COVID it really put us on the map, and that was a disaster program. So we were able to issue funds in the time of a disaster, and later on we'll probably talk more about that, how we're going to be issuing funds for the hurricane that just hit Texas. That's also going to benefit the DFW area.
Okay, so question, I know it's small businesses, but do you guys help nonprofits?
Yeah, so that's a tricky question.
Yes.
So in our traditional programs that I talked about, those 3 C's, we don't. We help for-profit entities. But in the time of a disaster, we do help nonprofits. So this conversation that we'll probably have about the Hurricane Bro, that's going to open up funding to nonprofits that could have been economically affected by the hurricane. So only in the time of a disaster, we help nonprofits.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also the PPL. I think a lot of you guys was getting inundated with the PPL loans.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Paycheck Protection Program was a program that was started through Congress to help stimulate businesses that had to close their doors due to COVID or had to lay off their employees. So this program was put in place to prevent that, to prevent them from having to shut down their businesses, and most importantly, not having to lay off their employees and not pay them. So the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, was really helpful in that, but also the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. So PPP was specifically for COVID. The Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program is a program that we have regardless. So when we talk about the hurricane that hit Houston, that's the program that's going to open up the Economic Injury Disaster Loan.
Okay, that'll be a new program.
No, this won't be new. It won't be a new program. It'll be exactly. It will open up in this area because of the
Got you,
hurricane.
because of the hurricane.
Yeah, so
Okay.
businesses that were
So-
economically affected. So even though we didn't get any damage here physically,
But,
yeah,
Yeah,
business may have customers that are, you know, in
Right.
Houston or suppliers
Right.
in Houston, and as a result of that, their businesses are economically impacted
Right.
here. So that's gonna open up funding for businesses that
Yeah.
have been economically impacted.
so how could, a small business, find what's going on? You have a website or something?
Yeah, SBA.gov is a very powerful website. So we have various information about those programs that I just talked about. We have trainings, we have classes, updates about any of our new initiatives that are coming out. Actually, SBA.gov, out of all the government agency websites, is the most visited. So it just goes to show you how useful it is and how important it is.
So should nonprofits go on there just to kind of see when you guys are gonna be doing something with the disaster?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nonprofits definitely should go on there, even though there's not programs specifically targeted to nonprofits.
Because of the,
They could still take advantage of those classes that teach them how to do
Okay.
business planning, how to do financial planning,
okay,
teach them how to market their business. So the concepts are still the same if you're a nonprofit or for-profit when it comes to the ins and out of the
right.
business.
And that's what I think a lot of
Yeah.
people get mixed up, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
for-profit and non-profit.
Right.
And they thinking that they can apply for what a for-profit can.
Gotcha, yeah, exactly.
So I have a lot, been asked a lot of times.
But the education part is for everybody,
Exactly,
so
yeah,
if you
yeah,
want to
exactly, yeah.
you can still
Right,
drive
yeah,
the website
exactly.
for
So
the
that's
education
why.
part of it.
And then some of our resource partners, like SCORE, for instance, they're a resource partner that offer their counseling piece. They have advisors or mentors that specialize in nonprofits. So a nonprofit can take advantage of that component, even though it's not through SBA, but it's still through that SBA resource partner that just so
Gotcha.
happened to have somebody that has an expertise in nonprofits. So that would be SCORE, SCOR, which is that resource partner.
What does SCORE stand for?
So they don't use the acronym anymore of what it stands for. So it used to stand for Service Corps Retired Executives. But
Oh,
they
okay.
discontinued using that portion and they just go with SCORE.
SCORE,
Yeah,
okay.
but that's what it used to stand for.
Okay.
It's individuals who come back and volunteer their expertise to coach or mentor people on how to start a business or grow a business. So they're typically retired from
Okay.
either being business owners or working in corporate
Give it
America.
back.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So, that's a lot of information, and a lot of people don't know, so now small businesses, you have an outlet. SBA.gov should be something that you have on your phone, so you can Google it and see what's going on.
Yeah, and then from there, they got, so if you're looking for financing or if you're looking for funding, on our website, we have something called Lender Match, where you could go in and fill out a profile and request funding for a particular project that you're doing with your business, or just whatever type of funding need that you're having for your business. You can go on their website and create a profile under Lender Match, and it'll match you up with we have about 2,000 lenders that are part of our database nationally, so it'll match you up with lenders that may be interested in funding your business or your project.
So they can go through your website to get to the lender document.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because I know a few people were saying that they went to the bank and they didn't get it, so.
Yeah. So and we recommend that a business, before they go out and start knocking on the doors of banks, come to us first. Let us get you connected with a business advisor. Let that business advisor prepare you for the loan, explain to you what loan program make it better for your business, and then direct you to a lender that's interested in lending in what you're trying to do. For instance, not all lenders are interested in restaurants.
Right.
We want to make sure you get connected with the appropriate lender, so you just don't waste time and
Right.
resources
Right.
going to a lender and
It's
then
like a pre-qualification.
exactly, yeah, they're not even interested in funding.
Right,
what
you just went there hoping
Yeah,
to
exactly,
get some money.
exactly. So
And
let us-
running your credit.
Exactly.
Inquiry,
Yeah,
your
right,
credit.
right,
Right.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. So you're spending time and resources, so we want to make sure that you do that efficiently, because resources are very key, and time is very key when it comes to a small business owner, because typically they're pretty much, a lot of the times, the only person that's in the business. So they're what we call the chief everything officer. So they're
Yeah.
everything. They're the COO, the CFO, everything.
Yeah.
Human resources. So yeah, we want to make sure that you're using your resources and time efficiently. So come to us first and let us make that recommendation for you.
Okay. I think that's a lot of good information. You got anything?
In order for them to call, they don't get the same phone support, right? Recommend us going to the website and browsing and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so come to us, or come to me, and if you're here in the DFW area or anywhere, so I'm now a national role, so I have.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I get to go all over the country now instead of just limited here to Dallas.
Okay.
But so yeah, they could come to me and we can get you connected with the appropriate resource partner in whatever city or county that you're in. So we have the SCORE that I already talked about, but we also have small business development centers. They're connected to colleges and universities. So here in Dallas, it's the Dallas Metropolitan Small Business Development Center. And they are a professional staff that provides business advising. So we fund them to in turn offer business advising to people at no cost. So if you're going to hire a consultant to teach you how to start a business or grow a business, it's going to run you about $600 to $700 an hour.
Right.
And this is no cost. So we could get you connected with a business advisor through either SCORE, the Small Business Development Center, not in Dallas, but in other parts of the country. We have women business centers.
Okay.
Here in Dallas, we have a Veterans Business Outreach Center. So all those are our resource partners that can help counsel and train and coach and mentor a small business on.
So how can somebody find you?
Yeah, so they can email me, Ahmad, AHMAD, .goree, GOREE, at SBA.gov. Ahmad.goree at SBA.gov.
Yeah. And then too, with that, you doing some journalist work yourself, I see.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
I see you interviewed Von Miller?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was my Miller Day.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it was
That was a
exciting.
couple
It was
months.
my first interview, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so as a quote-unquote journalist.
I said, look at him, okay. Like me getting into something that's
Yeah,
unfamiliar water.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You did good.
Yeah, so yeah, it was been a hobby or not necessarily an interest of mine of doing is being in the journalistic world, but also the ability to help improve my writing skills. So definitely like that part of it.
Okay.
Looking forward to that.
And then you out anyway, so
Yeah,
now
exactly.
they see you on a
Exactly.
different, one
Right,
day you
right,
dressed
right,
up in
right.
your suit, the next day I said, okay, you got his jeans and
Exactly.
sweats on, so.
And then another part of it is making sure that we are supporting our Black media. Our Black media is really important when it comes to telling our stories. I was talking to somebody at the White House, matter of fact, who's the director of Black media, and she was saying that nobody can tell our stories like us, so it's really important. So being able to support our Black media outlets and amplify our messages in our community and making sure that they have and we have the tools necessary to thrive. So being able to help this Black paper expand that is definitely.
And I love sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No,
I mean,
that's-
for sure. So I was in high school, so yeah, she's a wealth of knowledge, and I've learned a lot from her.
Yep, and people should get the paper.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You
Yeah.
can tell them the paper.
Yeah, absolutely. Texas Metro News, the Garland Journal, iMessenger. So she operates all three of those media outlets.
Okay. All righty, well, Delonda, I think you answered.
Okay.
For grants,
Yeah.
they should go to the SBA and look that up as
So
well.
grants will be different. So with the federal government, all of the grants for every federal agency is on grants.gov.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're a nonprofit and you're looking for those opportunities, definitely go on grants.gov. However, you have to fill out a profile on sam.gov. So that's the way the federal government pays businesses or pays their bills or
Yeah.
their contracts. Is through sam.gov,
Yeah.
so sam.gov.
Yeah.
So before you go look on there, definitely sign up for sam.gov. There's no cost to register.
Right.
But then you can start searching for those grant opportunities. But if you see one, you already signed up for grants.gov, you go ahead and apply instead of doing the reverse.
Right.
So it doesn't cost you anything or to sign up, so definitely do that first.
Okay. I think that's about it. I mean, thank you for,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've been busy and it seems like we've been trying to catch up.
No, so I just highlight just a couple of other things that we have going on at the SBA. So we're focusing on equity, improving our outreach to minority and women business owners. So we've created an equity plan, which is a charge by the White House and the president to make sure that we're reaching communities that we typically haven't reached in the past, or looking to improve our numbers to communities that we are struggling in. And some of the ways that we're doing that is we have a partnership with the Divine Nine, so the National Pan-Hellenic Council, and all 9 of the Black fraternities and sororities across the country. So we're doing outreach to those organizations to make sure that we are expanding our reach, but most importantly, helping close the wealth gap. We're doing the same thing with women business owners. So we're doing more outreach to women businesses because they're starting businesses at a higher rate than their male counterparts.
Yes.
We're also increasing our outreach to Hispanic, Indian, Asian, and Asian American specific community members as well. HBCUs, LGBTQ, the faith community. So we're all that is a part of our equity action plan. We're looking to target communities that have been typically underserved. My charge with SBA, so I'm the Assistant Director of Program Management in the Office of Field Operations. And there's various offices in our federal agency. So my office is the office that's responsible for all the 68 offices that are across the country. So every city or every state has an SBA office. And in my office, we're in charge of the outreach and make sure all those offices have the tools to effectively work in their, serve and work in their communities. And then we have 10 regional offices across the country as well. So we're responsible for those as well. So a total of 78 offices. And my role is the Assistant Director of Program Management. So I'm responsible for all special initiatives and all White House initiatives that need to go out to those 68 field offices and 10 regional offices, like the Divine Nine Initiative, the HBC Initiative, the Faith Initiatives.
Let me ask you another question. We went back and forward and I never got the answer for this.
Okay.
Is it possible for a nonprofit to be certified as a woman-owned nonprofit, or is that only for businesses?
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, especially on the local level. I know if you're looking to do business with the City of Dallas, for instance, you may be a nonprofit that offers some type of training or some type of mental health training or something like that. In order to do business with the city, you have to be certified. So yeah, there are opportunities for nonprofits to get certified, especially on the local level. So you go to either the DFW Minority Supplier Development Council, or you could go to the North Texas Regional Certification Agency, and then.
I know it's pretty fast. I've done it before when I had an office supply company.
Gotcha.
But they keep telling me, no, that's not important for a nonprofit. You can't do it for a nonprofit.
Interesting.
And you can't. For a nonprofit, it has to be business because you sent me to, I think, to the DFW.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And that was a couple of months ago, and I reached out to the person, and he was like, not for nonprofits.
Yeah,
But
not
for
yeah.
businesses only.
Right.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
And then for the city, if you're a nonprofit and want to do training, you have to register with them. You have to register through their database. Exactly.
Just city.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With the city of the county, you have to register in their database. But it doesn't prevent you from getting government contracts.
Yeah.
But certified wise, there's some barriers there
For nonprofits.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
If so, DFW, well, Dallas, you have to become a vendor to do any business.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So nonprofits need to sign up for it.
Yeah, have to register. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Register in the portal.
yeah, especially if they have a contract that you, like you said, register first and then look at the contracts. And once you register, they'll start sending you stuff
Right.
saying, hey, this
Right,
is
because I thought that when I had a
Yeah.
for-profit business.
Yeah. The nonprofit, it kind of stops us, but like you say, things are coming that we can't apply for, especially when there's a disaster.
Yeah,
Because the first thing they do is come to the nonprofits. That's who help get stuff out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, again, thank you for coming
Oh,
out.
I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
Okay, great.
Very helpful. So again, Ahmad's going to give you his information.
Yeah, so it's
reach out.
Yeah, ahmad.goree@sba.gov. Feel free to email me, and I'll make sure you get connected to the right resource.
And he will do that. And he will answer you back, so. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Live with OCC, and we'll see you next time. Bye.